New iPhone 12 release date, price, leaks, news. The iPhone 12 could bring a slew of fresh features. The iPhone 12 is expected to land later this year, and it may end up being a big change to Apple's flagship smartphone. The iPhone 11 range brought very little in terms of an upgrade over the 2018 devices, so 2020 feels like the perfect opportunity for a big shake-up. Why does Apple need to change things with the iPhone 12? The iPhone 11 range focused on camera tweaks and putting a bit more power inside, but they were modest upgrades at best. So what will the next iPhone, the first true flagship Apple device of a new decade, bring? We've already seen Apple unveil the budget iPhone this year in the form of the iPhone SE, but it's almost certain the company will bring a new flagship series toward the end of the year. The good news is that we've heard lots of rumors about the iPhone 12 already. These include the possibility of a 5G iPhone model, new cameras, a new design and much more. We've mixed together all the latest leaks and updates on the new iPhone in our video, and added in some thoughts on what we're expecting. All of this is based on well over a decade of monitoring the growing rumor mill around the latest iPhone, so we've tried to give you the fullest picture of what to expect from your next Apple handset. As per normal, there isn't any official iPhone 12 release date information available yet. We're almost certain the phone, or phones, will appear in 2020 though, as Apple launches its new phones almost metronomically. Firstly, the new iPhone release date will probably be in September 2020, and it's always around the second week of the month. It's almost always unveiled on a Tuesday too, so we'd put our money on it being revealed on September 8, 2020. There's always the chance it may be pushed back to September 15th too, as it isn't always the second week of the month. We'd predict that you'll be able to pick it up 10 days after that, so you'll need a Friday off work if you're desperate to get your hands on one. That said, there's a chance that the COVID-19 pandemic's impact on the production of the next iPhone may push things back. We had heard that development would be unaffected, and there are even now reports that the main manufacturing factories are fully staffed up. Plus, an exec at Foxconn, the main manufacturer of the iPhone, has said that company aims and hopes to make up for lost ground. But elsewhere there are reports that the phone will be delayed until October or November, with Apple apparently not even having finalized the design in late March 2020. Some sources even say it could slip into 2021, with Reuters also claiming a delay could be likely. So what is going to happen? No one knows for certain yet, but there's a strong possibility that the iPhone 12 release date may be staggered by model. This is something said by respected analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, who says it would likely be the larger models of the phone that would come later than September. When it comes to the iPhone 12 price, it's likely to stay broadly in line with the current models. For reference, the iPhone 11 starts at $699 per £729 per 1,199 Australian dollars, the iPhone 11 Pro starts at $999 per £1,049 per 1,749 Australian dollars, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max starts at $1,099 per £1,149 per 1,899 Australian dollars. That's backed up by rumors too, with a leak suggesting that the iPhone 12 Pro will start at $999, and likely therefore £1,049 per 1,749 Australian dollars, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max will start at $1,099, likely £1,149 per 1,899 Australian dollars. However, things are a bit different at the bottom of the range, with the most direct iPhone 11 successor, the 6.1-inch iPhone 12, apparently starting at $749, so $50 more than the iPhone 11. But then there's also said to be a new 5.4-inch iPhone 12 model that will start at $649, so $50 less than the iPhone 11. Having said all that, one report suggests that the cost of materials for the iPhone 12 range might go up, which could mean even higher prices at retail. The iPhone 12 could have an angular design, like the iPhone 5, according to a huge design leak, and if true, this new look could be hugely divisive. On one side it looks a lot like the iPad Pro models, so professional and sleek, but it's also likely quite uncomfortable to hold too. One of the upcoming phones might lack a notch according to analysts, with the front-facing camera potentially set to be embedded under the screen instead. If this happens, we'd expect it to be the most expensive iPhone 12 model that has this feature, likely the iPhone 12 Pro Max, or whatever it launches as. The first design leak suggests the phone will have a notch though, just a smaller one to before. Another leak suggests Apple is developing new Face ID tech which will lead to a redesigned and potentially slimmer notch. Allegedly, the company is trying out several combinations, including ones that minimize the front-facing optics so much that they fit in the top bezel. Indeed, a leak from John Prosser, a reputable leaker, points to 4 iPhone 12 models, all of which would have smaller notches. Additionally, the smallest of these models would apparently have a 5.4-inch screen, and that along with a 6.1-inch model are said to have an aluminum body, while another 6.1-inch model and a 6.7-inch one, the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max, are said to use stainless steel. Standard iPhone 12 will apparently stay at 6.1 inches, but will get upgraded from LCD to OLED. That's a claim we've heard more than once, and would mean all 3 2020 iPhones would have an OLED screen. Another source has broadly agreed, but said to expect a 5.4-inch screen on the iPhone 12 Pro. They also said that the 2 Pro models will use a form of OLED that's both thinner and cheaper to produce than the screens used in the iPhone 11 Pro range. That could mean lower prices, but we wouldn't count on it. According to an analyst, Apple will launch a 6.7-inch phone, a 5.4-inch one, and 2 6.1-inch ones. They don't go into any more detail, but that suggests there will be both a top-end and slightly lower-end model in a 6.1-inch size, if this claim is accurate. Another big change could take the form of 5G, which has been widely rumored for the iPhone 12. Kuo even says that he thinks all 3 models will support 5G. We fully expect at least one of them will, given that multiple sources have suggested as much and that a number of other phones already support 5G. That could well be supported by both a custom-made 5G antenna, and a 5nm of 14 bionic processor inside the iPhone 12. What that means for the average consumer is an iPhone with an even longer battery life and more power than ever. That would be rather impressive, given the iPhone battery life is currently the best we've ever seen from Apple. The RAM could also get a boost, with analysts claiming that the iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max will have 6GB of the stuff, up from 4GB on the predecessors, though the standard iPhone 12 will apparently stick with 4GB. This is something we've now heard again, so it may well be true. The chipset seems ready to wow too, as an A14 Bionic leaked benchmark showed it had a single-core and multi-score score that was ahead of the Snapdragon 865, the processor you'll find in almost all Android flagships in 2020. And the iPhone 12 might also support the new 802.11a specification, which could allow it to share content at speeds of at least 20 to 30 gigabits per second. So in every sense this phone is likely to be fast. The iPhone 12 might also get a camera upgrade, with a laser-powered 3D camera rumored for inclusion. This would be on the back, and while only one rumor mentions lasers, another also talks about a depth-sensing snapper, while one mentions 3D sensing, so this might well be something we see in some form. We've also now seen a leaked sketch showing 4 rear lenses on the iPhone 12 Pro. This sketch supposedly came from a build of iOS 14 and is backed up by lots of sources. 3 of the lenses look like those on the iPhone 11 Pro, if perhaps slightly bigger, but the new 4th lens looks like the LiDAR scanner found on the iPad Pro 2020. This can accurately judge distances and therefore depth, so it's in line with the rumors above and would allow for improved augmented reality and portrait mode. We've since heard specific mention of a LiDAR scanner being included on the iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max, alongside 3 lenses, while the basic iPhone 12 is said to have 2 camera lenses and no LiDAR scanner. These claims have been made by multiple sources. Elsewhere, one source says the iPhone 12 might have a 64MP main camera, over the 12MP snapper on the previous few versions, which would be a huge upgrade. This leak also suggests that the phone will have multiple lenses that support night mode shooting, and the ultra-wide snapper could have a dedicated macro mode. Another report from Fast Company cites sources close to production of the phone and says these same features are in development. One of the sources for this rumor claims the 2 top models would get this, along with a triple lens camera, while the 2 lower-end ones would just get a dual lens camera without 3D sensing. Elsewhere, we've heard that the top-end iPhone 12, likely the iPhone 12 Pro Max, will get a new image stabilization tech called sensor shift, which would allow the sensor to move in order to counteract camera shake. A recent EU ruling may also mean future iPhones won't be able to use Lightning cables in Europe. That may force Apple to switch the connector on future phones to USB-C, and while it's not clear yet whether this will be the case for the iPhone 12, it may be something to consider. Another report from Chinese publication Kaifa News also suggests Apple and other manufacturers may soon use GaN power adapters. These are currently used by Xiaomi, and allow for fast charging speeds up to 65 watts. There's no guarantee this will debut on the iPhone 12 or any future iPhone for that matter, but it may mean we see an improved fast charging experience along the line. Of course, the iPhone 12 will also use new software, namely iOS 14, and while we don't know much about this yet, one leak suggests it could feature a new, iPadOS-inspired app switching screen. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more upcoming videos.